the church, St. Ferdinand Church, the parish, became overwhelmed with the number of people that were moving into Florissant at that time, and it was much too small. So they had to build a new church, and it's maybe a mile and a half away, but that meant the Archdiocese was considering tearing this down. And a group of people, including Rosemary Davison, good Rosemary Davison, who did so much for Florissant, petitioned the Archdiocese to give it to a group of people that would save that, and they did. They deeded it over to the Friends of Old St. Ferdinand for $1. And so since 1958, we have been the owners of the property and have maintained it. It's a volunteer organization, and the people are phenomenal that work. We've been able to survive for 58 years, and that is remarkable, and been able to get it funded and do what we can. It's a little testy at times doing that, but we have made additions to the church, and what we did the last 4 years was actually tried to bring the church back to what it had been when St. Philippine lived here. And the church has all the history of St. Philippine de Chêne and tied in with St. Charles, and the fact that she is now a saint and that a saint lived here is something that makes the church very special. But what we've done in the convent and where she lived, and in the schoolhouse and all the rooms, Father Keller helped so much. We did all the researching in what the rooms looked like at that time. So now you see the way it was when St. Philippine was here. And we're very proud of that. And the church also. We've put up some things from 1888, because that's when the church was remodeled. And so we feel very good about that, and we work. And so we have a lot of fundraisers, we do a lot of things to maintain the building.
Well, the money would be used for, first of all, our windows, which to a great extent are being moisture laden and falling apart, rotting. And we could take a look at those windows, mostly in the convent and the dormitory on the 3rd floor. Then if you look around elsewhere, on our walls, there's lots of deterioration because of moisture buildup, and the plaster has been affected quite a bit, and the painting that was done not too long ago is already ruined because we need tuck pointing, we need sealing of the masonry. And you could also find problems with our paint. We need a lot of work done with our paint. Our porch in the rectory, that is our main entrance, you can see some moisture damage besides the fact that there is paint peeling. Many of the windows have paint that's peeling.
And a lot of professional work needs to be done, like the sealing of the bricks. That's, we got an estimate on that, and the guy came around and he told us it was a special process to seal them, but not make them airtight, because they still have to breathe. But that and the ceiling in the church, it's coming apart because the trusses have settled, the weight of the old roof, pushing the walls out. There's just a lot of things that we don't have the knowledge to take care of, or the manpower.
Of course, we charge for people renting the school building for funeral luncheons and for family affairs. There's other ways we make money with regard to use of the church for weddings, and it's also available for funerals and baptisms. We haven't done, I don't think, very many baptisms since we were given the permission to do that from the Archdiocese.
There is something about it. You can feel really down. You walk in the door, oh, I don't know if I can make it through the day. You walk over into the church, that's it. You turn around and everything's great. It is. It's a wonderful thing. And it's not only the religion, it's the history that's here. When you start reading about, you know, these people that came and how they built their farms and their schools and what they wanted, this is the beginning of people moving into this area. I mean, they started it, and we are all products of those people who came. And it's a remarkable story. And this all started, you know, a couple years even before Missouri was a state. This was here. And so it's been a large fixture. It is now the oldest standing church in what was the Louisiana Purchase. And we have to say that because there's a couple places in California, missions and things that are still standing, but here we are. And so and we get visitors. I had a sister in here last week from Ecuador. We get people from Europe. We get people from all over, not just St. Louis, not just North County. It's all over. I mean, it's a tremendous mixture. So, you know, and so we're keeping the history alive, and we're keeping the faith alive.
City people around here, they have a great historic place right here that needs to be maintained, and we put our money and time into it every day. And, you know, it'd be nice to have some support from the citizens, but not just Florissant. I mean, you've got a whole county, you've got a whole nation. Worldwide, people come here to tour the shrine, because it's a sacred place, and it's, you know, on the National Registry, and it's a place that really needs to be saved.